Mm. Coming up, coming up. Okay. All right. Everybody good?
Good.
I'm good.
Okay. And welcome back to the Third Generation Wrestling Podcast. 3GW. The Third Generation Wrestling Podcast here, WrestleMania weekend with my brothers. I am the host, the Real Big E. My co-host, Rob the Ambassador. How you doing, man? It's WrestleMania weekend. We did our predictions last night. Did you enjoy night one? And I know you don't like to give it away, but hey.
I thought it was a good night one. I'll say that and then save the rest for the show.
Okay. And of course, it wouldn't be WrestleMania if we didn't have the good brother, the inside man. Blake, what's going on, man?
Hey, happy to be back. It's been a while since I've been on the show. So,
Yeah.
enjoy night one. I enjoyed night one.
Right on. And in case you are watching the live stream on YouTube and you're curious, those that have been following us long enough can look at me and tell what this is about. This is a tribute, WrestleMania tribute to MJ Book, our brother. So we'll see if I channel his energy like he used to do tonight. I don't know. It was pretty good. Like they said, like Rob said, it was a pretty good night. So I don't know. But we're gonna talk still. We still gonna talk.
Oh yeah.
Tentatively, we may have a fourth, but as for right now, you got the three of us. WrestleMania night one, SoFi Stadium. We kind of touched on a little bit last night, but the stage and the set, all was gorgeous. That stadium is gorgeous. Just the atmosphere and seeing how larger than life WrestleMania has gotten back to being. We're a couple years removed from the COVID era, which is thank God, because Performance Center Mania was terrible. But it's also great to get back to having these sets that have these themes to really put you in the mood and put you where you are. And yeah, man, good brother. What'd you think of the atmosphere? Did it wrap you up immediately? And you were like, man, it's WrestleMania.
Yeah, absolutely. Beautiful set, beautiful atmosphere. Like you said, everything just looked great. The whole setup. It was once I saw the stage, I'm like, all right, this is WrestleMania. It's on now. It's on now. So they get an A. WWE gets an A+ for that.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the I guess they were doing like the Chinese theater stage because they had the movie posters that would shift with the different superstars. Yeah. So
That's cool.
I know Rob. We talked a little bit last night, but for those that didn't watch the prediction show, what did you think of the set?
Man, like you both said, spectacular. Huge. SoFi is just a beautiful arena. I mean, they announced over 80,000 people. Great atmosphere. It just felt like how WrestleMania should feel, man. It's the Super Bowl of wrestling. It's the biggest event of the year, the one that gets people most excited. And everything about this year is, had that feel to it.
Yeah. And I think it was only appropriate. They didn't really announce this, and I didn't know that he was going to be on the show. But I thought it was fitting that you had The Miz as the host and you had Snoop Dogg as the co-host. I'm like, well, that's really fitting. I would have thought, and maybe they might do something tomorrow. I don't know. But being the West Coast rap, you gotta. It's good at least they had Snoop. You could have had Dre and everybody else that did the Super Bowl halftime show last year, but at least you had Snoop. Snoop's a long time, WWE fan. He's in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Yep, sure is.
So, but I know that tomorrow is a busy day for myself and Rob, so we're gonna get right into this whole thing and get on with the show as we kick off. If I can get my damn, I don't know how Book did this with sunglasses on. But here we go. Why is it not working? There we go. Kicked off night one with John Cena versus Austin Theory. Now I did text the group and I didn't say anything back because I was trying to hold my comments for the show. Austin Theory came out, had a nice little entrance. And then John Cena, of course, they did the whole Make-A-Wish thing, which made me think, oh, damn. They about to have him win. And how's it look? You bring out all these kids on stage and then he goes out there and takes the L. But I'll say this. The beginning of the match really told the story of student versus teacher, even though they only had the one face-off promo. It was still that kind of vibe I got with. Y'all recall the Triple H John Cena match at Mania? Where Triple H was just schooling him left and right. That's what this felt like. And I really appreciated it. I appreciated John Cena's facials. I appreciate Austin Theory's facials. I appreciated this match. Now it was not a barn burner by any means, because I know John Cena is, he's Hollywood now, no pun intended. He doesn't wrestle on a daily basis or weekly basis anymore, so he can only go in there for so long. But I thought that for somebody that hasn't been in the ring since earlier this year, or actually end of last year, I thought he looked pretty good for the short period of time they were in there. However, it is WrestleMania. There is a high bar. So I did give this TV quality because you did have John Cena on SmackDown and they had that tag team match. I thought this was kind of on that level of that match. If we're just going bell to bell, once the bell rings, that's how we're grading. Crowd was into it, though. I'll say that much. This is the first time I've seen a John Cena match in years where he wasn't getting booed out the building. They didn't chant, John Cena sucks. They were behind John Cena here, and that's just a testament to Austin Theory as being the heel. So, I gave it TV quality, which doesn't mean the match was bad. I just, I'm just grading what I saw. So, here's what it is. Rob, what did you think?
Yeah, man, I did go pay-per-view worthy. But I will admit, I think I was influenced by the crowd reaction. Cena always brings the crowd reaction with him, and then when you got him in the ring with a guy like Theory, who the crowd hates, I thought the back and forth between them was good. The match was pretty much what I thought it would be. Cena only has a few moves that he does right. The 5 moves of doom, I think they referred to it right. We saw all of those tonight. The 5-knuckle shuffle. We saw that terrible attitude adjustment he does.
Oh, yeah, and he tapped out to that shit too.
Yeah, man. So but I thought it was entertaining enough to earn pay-per-view worthy. But like you said, definitely no barn burner.
Right.
I'm gonna go low pay-per-view worthy, but and this is one of my few grades is gonna be like on the skew because this is big match John Cena. And that's pretty. See, I don't know. It seemed to me like John's a little bit more emotional in this match. Like this might be it for real. Like even when he was doing his fine knuckle shuffle, he was kind of, you know, I don't know. It just seemed a little weird to me. That this match kind of seemed a touch off pace. John sold well for Austin. Just for the feeling of it, I'm gonna go low pay per view worthy, but it was far from a barn burner. Um, I was kind of ready to move on from this match at the end of it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Good thing they put this on first, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe, hey, maybe they knew what they was doing.
Yeah.
Okay. So after that, we got one of these damn these showcase matches. I gotta say, and I'll just lead off. I'll kill the suspense here. This was better than I thought it was gonna be, and it was really just because of one person, Ricochet. I mean, Ricochet. No, I shouldn't even say that. It was because of multiple people. Let me give a shout out to Titus O'Neil. That brother had me in tears laughing over here on commentary.
Oh.
Talking about Otis. He's so damn sweaty.
Damn.
He said big sweaty Otis.
Sweaty Otis.
Oh man.
And then I guess Otis was going to the top turnbuckle or something. Why is he so sweaty?
I saw. Oh God. Cameraman, zoom out.
Hey,
Zoom out, cameraman.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is like, he don't need no baby oil. He just covered in sweat.
Oh.
So yeah, shout out to Titus. Chad Gable also kind of put himself over in this match with the crowd. He if they split up Alpha Academy, he'll be just fine. I have all the confidence in the world that he'll be just fine. Now I gotta say, I did pick the Viking Raiders. I thought they were the dark horse coming in this match, but they were an afterthought in the whole thing, and I throw them in that same room with Karrion Kross right now. At this point, it sucks because their presentation looks great. I actually like how they have Sarah Logan, which could call her Valhalla, and they look great. They look convincing. I don't know what the hell they were doing, hissing in the camera for 10 minutes. That was a little much. But Ricochet, like Michael Cole said, when he hit that shooting star press on the outside, it did look like he paused in midair and said, where do I want to land? And he's just incredible. But for the Street Profits to pick up the win here with Montez Ford hitting that frog splash, with Dawkins holding Ricochet, just this match was better than I thought it was going to be. And hats off to all four teams. Pay-per-view worthy. It was better than I thought it was going to be. So I'll leave it at that. Blake?
This was a really good match. This was pay-per-view worthy. I didn't even want to watch this match. I'm like, there's no stakes. There's no point to it. I'm just, whatever. But it turned out to be really good. Of course, Ricochet was a star, but Chad Gable with that German suplex on who was that, Braun Strowman? Oh yeah.
Yes. I
Yeah.
forgot about
Oh
that.
yeah. Oh yeah, that was nuts. I think the Viking Raiders did. I mean, Ivar did his thing with the. What did he do? He did a backflip off the top rope. I think they did show
but
up.
he missed.
That still showed his athletic ability. I don't know how many 300-pound guys are up there doing that. Then I seen Braun Strowman get up on the top rope, and I was immediately nervous. But all he did was a simple splash, kept it simple. This match was good. So pay-per-view worthy. I was actually impressed. This is one I would go back and watch. Not seen this match.
Yeah, no.
I've not seen this match.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. I was not looking forward to this match, but I enjoyed it. I thought all four teams had a moment that was good for their team, where it was like, whoa, that was pretty cool. We talked about Ricochet. We talked about how Montez ended the match with that crazy frog splash of his. We talked about the moment Strowman had, but there was one moment where Strowman was about to do his where he waves his hand and he runs around the ring, and Dawkins just ran into him, knocked him flat on his ass. And I thought that was pretty good because I don't know if I've ever seen anybody do that before.
No, they haven't.
Yeah. So, it just seemed like everybody in the match or every team had their moments. It was high energy. It was entertaining. I did get my prediction right in this one. So I was 2-0 at this point. So I was feeling pretty good about that. But yeah, this match really surprised me.
Yeah, Doc. Everybody had a moment where they could get jacked up and jazzed in this match, and I appreciated that. Yeah. So yeah, definitely a pay-per-view worthy match. Definitely.
Yep.
Now, the match that I think we were all looking forward to. Seth freaking Rollins versus Logan Paul. Sorry, the microphone was in the way. Gotta talk about that entrance with Logan Paul. Man, that dude got some balls on him. I don't care if you don't have a fear of heights or you do. That was I was nervous for him because he was way up there and just nothing to protect him if something bad happened, which I was just like, okay, just Lord, let him get to the ring with nothing. So, but it all worked out. It looked great. But they tipped their hand a little bit when the stupid mascot for Prime Energy Water, whatever the fuck it is, came out and is doing all the stuff and they shaking hands. I thought it was gonna be his brother, to be honest with you. That's what I thought. Jake was in there. But we'll get to it in a minute. But and then Seth, that outfit, I don't know. I'll admit I did come around, but I don't know about that outfit, man. I don't know. No, that looked more like a dress to me than anything else.
Seth don't care, bro. Seth don't care.
No.
That was a little questionable, but it was. But once he took that off, he looked like he was paying tribute to Shawn Michaels almost with the get up and the what do you call them? Chaps. Like he had chaps on.
Yeah.
So like he was paying tribute to Shawn Michaels. So I got over it quick, but I was just questioning this man a little bit. You get a little too metro for me. But this match did not disappoint. These two, they did what I'm trying to find the words here. They did what I thought they would do. Even though I guess I set the bar maybe a little too high because I just thought that, Logan Paul, let me just say, because Michael Cole hit the nail on the head with this. We need to stop. If for those that are out there that are still questioning him, stop.
The
guy knows what he's doing. He knows where every camera is. All his facials are perfect. His moves are perfect. Personality aside, he takes this WWE, this professional wrestling, serious. More serious than I've ever seen anybody from the outside come in and do this thing, because it doesn't look like he doesn't even look like he's being coached. You know how when you're a veteran, you don't really run down the match before you go out there. Y'all just go out. They just go out there and they call it what they see it. That's how it looks. They just calling it. And Seth is probably running the match, but Logan looks like he's been doing this 10 years and he's only been doing it for one.
Yeah.
He's literally been doing this for a year. So, a lot of near falls in this match toward the end. I know I like how the Seth ended up working the hand. That was pretty cool. They did do the spot with the mascot with the table. He ended up going through his buddy. What's the guy's name?
KSI.
KSI, yeah. Doing the frog splash through KSI on the table. Yeah, I bet he won't post that one. So yeah, and then Seth wins. He wears him down. I like how, and this is another testament to Logan Paul. And this sometimes takes time for wrestlers to develop. He wore the emotion on his face when he couldn't put Seth away. He was clear. He was wearing that frustration, almost like he almost had a tear in his eye, because he couldn't beat him. I said, now that you can't teach. You can't teach that. That is something that you just can't. That's in here. So, for that, let me pull this up here because I got to give these people their props. I just and Seth did get the win here with the curve stomp. Finally, my computer wants to run slow now all of a sudden. But I did give this superb. My computer's running slow, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say superb. That's what I gave it. There's a reason for that. That's not a bad grade. That's a great grade in my mind. It was a superb match to me. So, Rob, what'd you think as I get this up?
Man, to me, it flirted with superb. It was right there, but I gotta say, and it's nitpicky, I know, but a dude dressed as a sports drink, a part of the match, that's just going to take away from it for me. So what could have been a superb match, I just went really high pay-per-view worthy. It was entertaining. It was everything I thought it would be. And I even enjoyed the spot where it looked like Logan was going to jump from the top rope onto Seth outside the table, but Seth pulled the swerve, put KSI, I guess his name is, in that spot, and he took the splash, once again dressed as a sports drink. But the match was good, but yeah, I can't go superb because, like I said, if someone dressed as a sports drink is part of the match, I'm going to lower my grade.
Oh, damn.
I'm not mad at it. For me, it was superb. It was superb. They had great chemistry. I mean, Seth is arguably the best in the business right now. He puts on great match after great match after great match. It's time for him to get back in the title picture. Like, enough's enough. Like, Seth is the guy right now. Seth is the guy. And I mean, Logan Paul, he's just a freakish athlete. And I like now with him, he doesn't have a problem losing. So you see some celebrities come in, they don't want to lose, they want to look good. Logan's lost twice, 2 or 3 times, probably 3 times, including the Rumble. So he doesn't feel bad losing, is what it seems like to me. And, you need to be losing to Seth. This match is superb. Seth out there with those Pepto-Bismol pants. But that's Seth. A fantastic match. I mean, it flowed. The crowd was crazy for it. Hot for this match. It was great. Like I said, it was superb for me.
Hey, right on. Right on. Yeah. I don't know. Last year they did the choir. This year they had the orchestra.
Yeah, the conductor.
Conductor, yeah, there you go. But then they had the piped in sound along with the fans in the arena. I don't know. I get what they're trying to do, but it just felt a little forced. Let the people sing on their own. How about that?
I'm saying, right.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna sing regardless. You don't have to force it. Okay. 6-woman tag match again with no stakes. Damage Control facing off against Hall of Famer Trish Stratus, Hall of Famer Lita, and Becky Lynch. I was concerned coming into this, being real. And some of those concerns were met. Lita, I love me some Lita, but there's ever a example of the older you get, the slower you get.
Oof.
It's her, because Jesus. I'm trying to be nice. I really am, because I really do love Lita. But some of those moves, I was like, oh, that was really sleep. That was really stiff. That was really late. Trish, on the other hand, looks great. I mean, she didn't miss a step. And of course, Becky, I like Trish's in-ring gear. Michael Cole mentioned it. That was the same or upgraded version of what she wore from WrestleMania 21, which we should do a retrospective on one day because of that. There's nothing else that Kurt Angle HBK match.
Ooh, that was a great pay-per-view. I actually own that DVD. I have for years.
I do too.
Love that pay-per-view.
I do too. I own it. This match, I'm not gonna belabor the point. I just gotta say, middle of the road, and that was, man, this was pushing every button. I mean, this was middle of the road, and bullshit was fighting hard, and middle of the road just barely won. Because and the reason is because of how well Becky and Lita did, and Io Sky. Oh my God, Io Sky. I mean, she never disappoints, and that's the point that Becky was making in that promo on Monday. Let that girl go on her own, because she can shine on her own. She don't need no faction. I got this prediction right. The baby faces win. The Hall of Famers win, but again, with no stakes, the titles were on the line. So I guess we're gonna get at Backlash probably Becky and Lita versus Io Sky and Dakota Kai. So middle of the road, Blake.
This match wasn't good. This match was not good. We're always honest on this show.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be very honest. Until you've just said it, I forgot who won this match. That's how uninterested I was in this match. Man, this Lita is so slow. She is so it's so bad with her. She's making other people look bad. So if you're a virgin wrestling fan and you're saying like, whoa, why are they stopping and waiting for the next move to happen? It makes everyone look bad. And I don't want to beat up Lita. She's a Hall of Famer. She's a legend. She really is a legend. I don't want to beat her up, but man, it's not. It doesn't look good. It does not look good. Trish looked good. Io looked great. I'm not a big Dakota person, whatever. Of course, Bayley's going to do her thing. This match just wasn't good. I guess I can go low, middle of the road. I guess not. I'll go low, middle of the road. I might be being nice. This did not do it for me at all. I wanted it to be over. I can't remember last time Becky Lynch was on a major pay-per-view and felt like an afterthought.
Yeah,
I guess
that's a good point.
Yeah. I guess it's just the ups and downs of the business, but man, this whole storyline just bogging her down. I know she can't be in the title picture all the time, but I don't know. This whole thing just needs to be over and done with, and I hope it is.
Yeah, it wasn't booked right.
No.
Well, I have to agree with you both. I didn't expect much from this match, but I expected more than what we got tonight. Like you both, love Lita, but yeah, she's I don't know, in her 40s maybe, and it showed
Definitely
tonight.
the 40s.
Yeah.
I mean, and it showed. Now, to me, Io Sky was probably the best part of this match, but she just wasn't enough to save it. So, yeah, this could have been something they could have done on Raw or
not.
one of the TV shows. It did not need to be on this pay-per-view. I think there were better matches they could have put together, and I think you really needed to get the titles off of Lita and Becky, because especially from the performance we saw tonight, I don't know how much more of Lita we're going to see, or we should see. But I guess that's what Backlash is for. Maybe they, like Biggie said, maybe they have Kai and Sky take on Lita and Becky and win them back. And I think that's what should happen. But yeah, this match was middle of the road.
And I just looked it up. Trish Stratus and Lita are the same age. They're both 47.
Well, you know what? Okay.
Right.
47's up there, to be wrestling with girls half your
Look
age.
at how Trish looked and look how Lita looked. I mean, it was night and day. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Lita's had a lot of injuries and stuff though. Like don't she got something with her neck or her back is really bad?
No, her neck. Yeah. But she did delete it. Now she did hit that Lita saw perfect. Now I would give
it. Yeah.
Anytime she had to run and do something. Ooh.
No, right.
Yeah, and Lita's been
just so late.
Slow. Yeah, I mean, for a woman, Lita's been in some tough matches.
Mm-hmm.
She's almost hardcore. When it comes to women. So, her age definitely showed tonight.
Definitely.
But it was bad on Raw too when they won the titles. It was bad then.
I didn't watch that live, so
I saw it later, and I was like, "Ee," but it was just like tonight. It was bad. Hey,
keep it real.
Got to.
Nah, I got to keep real about this. Got father versus son, Dominic Mysterio versus his dad, Rey Mysterio, Hall of Famer, Rey Mysterio Jr. if you're nasty.
Yeah. And I'm nasty. I remember.
Oh man, really looking forward to this one. And I gotta say, I liked how they brought up Dominic. The one thing I would say with him, if and Hunter would probably give him the same critique. You got the get up on, you got the police escorting you out there. Keep the mask on until you get to the ring. Let people see you with the hood and the mask and your father's mask. Let people see it. I just felt like he ripped it off too quick. Let this be WrestleMania. Soak it in. This is the time for the pageantry. This is what this is for. Ray let him know this is how you do it, son. Came out with Snoop with the low rider, and then I lie, I cheat, I steal. Got the theme music going for Eddie, and then he came out, had the flash look. I really like that mask. It was a totally different look for Ray. It was more of a helmet than it was a mask. Really enjoyed this. Rey Mysterio, we don't have to critique his in-ring work ever. Dominic was so smooth and so good in this match. I wasn't even watching for him. I just enjoyed the match. And it wasn't until about midway through that I realized how much he's improved in that ring that I'm not even paying attention. He's not missing anything. He's not late. He's right on time. His facials, everything. He got it. He finally has found his niche. and healing it up, getting into it with his mom and his sister, throwing the drink in his sister's face. Like, oh my God. Yeah. I know I predicted Dominic to win, but once he threw that drink in his sister's face, I said, I don't care what I said. I need you ready to win this match. Because I'm getting mad. And that's what a great heel. It is. I'm getting mad in the realm of the match. And that's what a great heel's supposed to do. This was great. I liked how they did have Judgment Day get involved a little bit. Damian and Finn came out, but then you also had Legato come out, offset them. Now we back to Rey and Dominic again. I guess the right man won because Rob said it. He made a good point last night. This is probably not the last time we're going to see this match. It's probably going to be a series. They probably run this back for sure at Backlash. And maybe Dominic gets the win there. But I think for tonight, for the hell that Dominic's been putting Ray through since Thanksgiving to now, this is kind of how it had to go. Crowd ate this thing up. That pop when Ray won was huge. Crowd was into this match. It was great. I almost want to go there, but I'm not. I'm not gonna do it. But I am gonna give it superb again. I thought it was superb. This was great. I ate this up. I was emotionally involved. They had me. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. So, Rob, what'd you think? Oh, and I gotta say, Rob called it.
Oh,
Ray took that belt off and whooped that ass.
Yeah, that was the best part of the match to me because that's what Dominic really needs. But look, man, yeah, this was superb. The whole build up to this story and how Dominic has become this hateful heel, man. Everything about it was just great. And man, like you, Big E, when he threw that drink in his sister's face like that, man, that was rough. And so I was kind of like you, like, okay, yeah, I know I predicted Dominic to win, but you know, if Ray wins it, I'm not going to be mad at all.
At all.
And you know, then when Judgment Day came out, I was like, okay, so this is how Dominic wins. But I didn't even realize, you know, Legado del Fantasma comes out, kind of evens the playing field and allows Ray to get the victory with the 619. Crowd goes crazy, everybody happy. And man, yeah, that was a great moment. So definitely superb for me.
All right. Let me hammer this point home for all the listeners out there. I don't care what professional wrestling you watch. Dominic Mysterio is the best heel in professional wrestling. I've been saying in the group chat for how long? 2 months?
Wow. Yeah.
At least. I've been saying, like, this kid, he has found his footing as a heel. He is a scumbag.
He is a scumbag.
That's been my new word for like the past. I've been saying that a lot. He is a scumbag. He is despicable. And I absolutely love it. I ate this matchup. Everyone loves Rey Mysterio. I'm going instant classic. I don't apologize.
Okay.
I'm going instant classic. This was great. I'm watching this with my wife. And I'm giving her kind of the backstory because she watches on and off of me. So my wife's getting hot. She's like, you mean to tell me he's yelling at his mom like that? He needs to hit her with a chancla. Chancla is a sandal for not a Spanish speaker. Okay. You're right, Rob. When he took off the belt, the crowd went crazy. He started beating him with the belt.
I popped huge.
I did.
Yesterday.
I did. I watched the show from yesterday. I'm I'm like, that would be cool if he just took off his belt, just wore his little ass out. And he did. And he did.
Yeah.
And Dominic, you're right, he was so smooth in the ring. So smooth in the ring. I don't know if he's been working with Balor or if he's just been working with his father. He was just smooth as silk in the ring. This was great. This is a match I will go back and watch and watch and watch and watch. Instant classic for me. I loved it.
I'm not mad. I'm really not.
No,
I
me
was
neither.
almost there. It's a high superb for me, but yeah, the storytelling leading up to it and the storytelling of the match, everything just went perfect. I thought this was the perfect way to handle this. And I just one day when all this is put behind them, I want to know what the conversations were, father and son, leading up to this. Because I know Ray is so proud,
Oh, he has to be.
regardless of
yeah.
all
He
the
has to be.
storyline.
Yep.
He
He's
has to
so
be.
proud that his son, and we can't be the only ones that think this.
Yeah.
That his son is the greatest heel going right now.
He is.
He
He is. I don't care what you watch. I don't care if you're watching New Japan,
Pure
AEW.
heel. We're talking pure.
You are not cheap heat. I'm not going to diss nobody else.
Yeah.
The drink in the face spot was done right. The entrances was done right. He did a promo a few weeks ago. He said, "Dad, all my friends showed up to school with new cars. Everybody had new Mercedes. You got me a BMW," and had a look on his face in such disgust. He's such a piece of crap. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. It was just so well done. And yeah, they gotta run it back. They almost have to run it back at this point. Speaking of running it back, a match we've seen before at WrestleMania, but it was during a time where there was no fans. And now we were finally graced with this match and giving it its proper respect. Talking Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Okay, let me. To try to find the words to talk about this match. Let's do a history lesson real quick. So in the past, so even after they did the whole WrestleMania 36, was that for the NXT championship? Or was for,
Yes.
that was
NXT.
Yeah.
NXT championship, yeah.
Yeah. Rhea was NXT champion at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then they had another series of matches for the Raw Women's Championship, I want to say.
Oh, man.
And some were good, some were okay. So I was a little nervous, like how could this go? Because some of the matches they just didn't click. And I get it, that happens. But that just it wasn't the case tonight. Rhea came out, and this is it's hard because you want Charlotte to be the babyface and it's coming in this match, but she just does not have a babyface presentation. Okay, there's nothing about her that says babyface. There's nothing about Rhea that says babyface. And you know what? I don't have a problem with doing heel versus heel, to be honest with you. If it just has to be that, it just has to be that. Let the crowd choose who's who in the match. And they definitely chose in this match when they started striking and going back and forth. That's when that was the crowd telling us who was who. And I was like, okay, all right, I get with this. And that was the moment that I chose my grade was when they were throwing those strikes back and forth in the crowd, because that was the first time all night. That was the first time in a while that I heard that boo, yeah, boo, yeah.
Wow.
I ain't mad at it.
Wow.
That's right.
This is an instant classic. These two tore it up. Now, there was only one little spot where Rhea was almost dropped Charlotte, but outside of that, this was great. This was fantastic. Rhea, every time Charlotte tried to slap on that figure four, Rhea had a counter for it. And every time Rhea went for the riptide, Charlotte countered out of that. And man, that suplex that Rhea did and Charlotte's face smacked that ring. And
It messed up her
mark
nose,
on her
man.
nose. Woo! Face first. And she still just kept going like it wasn't nothing. She still did her moonsault on the outside after the fact. Rhea, when she finally did hit the riptide at first and Charlotte kicked out, everybody, crowd, including Rhea, and when she did that back up into the ropes and just was freaked out, like, what's going on? Like, nobody ever kicks out of this. And just this match was absolutely insane. And I these two women can do no wrong. Charlotte has found another Becky for her to get in the ring with. The match, Rhea wins with the riptide on the top rope, and she is now the new SmackDown Women's Champion, which is going to make it a little interesting because most of Judgment Day is on Raw, so I don't know how this is going to work out. But this was by far an instant classic to me. To me, yes, this does include the main event. This was the best match of the night, hands down to me. Blake, what'd you think?
Okay, so now when Rhea won the Rumble, I'm like, she's obviously gonna pick Bianca.
I said the same thing.
They back behind the scenes, they're actually really good friends. They came up through NXT together. They've wrestled each other. I'm like, she's gonna pick Bianca. That match is gonna bang. So she picks Charlotte. I'm like, well, we've seen this already, and they've had some ups and downs. I'm like, the very first one was great match. I'm like, and I thought to myself, like, they're not gonna be able to top that. Boy, was I wrong. They blew the roof off. This was another instant classic for me. This was a fantastic match. Man, Charlotte is something else, man. She's not from this world. Charlotte is something else. She is. She cut a promo like a week or two ago. And I sent a text to you guys or a message to you guys. I'm like, you know what? Charlotte's amazing. It is. It is what it is. Charlotte is ahead. She is something else. She's from another world. She is flat out an amazing performer. She can do everything. I think her being a face is sketchy because she has this aura that she puts out, like she is better than everyone else around because number one, she is, and because other people feel that aura, they're like, I don't like that because you make me feel inferior to you because you call yourself a queen. She calls herself a queen because that's exactly who she is. She's the best wrestler in the world right now. Period. She's great. Her facials, her in-ring work, her everything. Rob, you're right. You've been right. I admit it. Charlotte is on another level. This match was great. I did not see this match being this damn good, and it was. It blew my mind. Another instant classic for me.
Well, gentlemen, I am in agreement. I was worried because to me the match started off, Big E, you talked about the moment where Rhea tried to pick up Charlotte. I saw a couple of other little things where they just looked out of sync, but once the match got going, I mean, man, it was 100 miles an hour. It was a clinic, and we've talked about Charlotte and how she can bring these facial expressions and these emotions to the ring, just like no other. But Rhea had her moments where she was like, oh man, why can't I, and when she hit that riptide and didn't get the 3 count, and she was like, gosh, why can't I pin her? And man, those flips, Charlotte, she took, I think it was Charlotte was on the top rope. Rhea comes up behind her, throws her off of the top rope. Charlotte somersaults, lands face first. Yeah. And then we talked about the other one where Charlotte didn't get the rotation she needed to get.
Yeah,
she hit face first.
Yeah.
Scraped the bridge of her nose. And then at the end of the match, Charlotte takes that huge riptide from the top rope. I mean, these women just laid it all out, left everything in the ring. It was beautiful to watch. And, it's nice to hear because, our dearly departed Book was the only one who was supporting me at first when I was talking about Charlotte. I'm glad to hear you, Inside Man.
I got another one.
Yeah, man, because I think we tend, whenever we think about best wrestler in the world, we automatically go to the guys. But, come on, it's undeniable. I'm not going to say undeniable, but that she's the best in the world, even though I think she is. But it's definitely undeniable that she is just one of the greatest performers in and out of the ring. Everything that it takes to make a wrestler. Your in-ring work, your promos, your presentation, she has it all. But tonight was Rhea's night.
Okay. So are we? I know y'all both riding high with Charlotte right now. And it took me a while to come around on somebody, but the only person I would argue against that checks every single box is Seth freaking Rollins. So
I'll accept that argument. I will hear that argument.
Is it an apples and oranges thing, or is it I don't know.
Seth, to me, Seth is the closest. Seth is the closest.
Okay.
That's what I say. He's the closest, but to me, Charlotte is still the best. And once again, you have to remember that Charlotte is following in the footsteps of her father, whom a lot of people consider the greatest in the world. And I said this on a previous podcast months ago. That's the equivalent of Michael Jordan's son eclipsing what Michael Jordan did. It's the equivalent of LeBron James' son eclipsing what he did. What Charlotte is doing is unprecedented in any field where the child of a legend and of a GOAT is eclipsing what that parent did. It's unprecedented in any arena.
Facts.
I tell you what's not unprecedented. Now, I did say chance or no chance that we might get a couple, maybe one impromptu match.
Oh, man.
Oh, forgot about this.
But this is not what I had in mind. This is if you asked me, this has been the last thing I would have been thinking about. And it was The Miz. And you got Miz and Snoop in the ring. They're doing the announcement of their attendance is 80,000.
I believe it was 80,497.
497. And Snoop says, the only thing better would be if you had a match here at WrestleMania. I said, oh no. And okay, Pat McAfee comes out. All right. I know Pat can wrestle. I know he can go. He can put on a show. Yeah. I still didn't care. This just did not work. Snoop was the best part of this whole segment. He should have been on commentary. Why didn't they put Snoop on commentary tonight? He was great. This match, man.
There you
go. Bullshit. Why was this on the show? They were doing so good. I was like, man, I'm not even close to bullshit. Well, I was close with Trish and them, but yeah, this one, that man, 2 minutes of dumb shit going on, and And then you think about all the other wrestlers backstage that didn't get a match on WrestleMania, but you gave one to Pat McAfee. Yeah, bullshit. Rob.
Some bullshit. Come on. I mean, there's no other grade for this except maybe the GFY. But yeah, we had talked about an impromptu match. We had talked about two worthy wrestlers in Bobby Lashley and LA Knight who were left off of the card.
Still got tomorrow.
Yeah, and there's only 6 matches tomorrow, so I think we, there's still some hope.
Yeah.
But tonight you had 7, and
8.
It was kind of a long night.
8.
You did not need this match on the card at all. Nobody popped for it. Nobody cared about it. I mean, I know some people like McAfee, and I like McAfee, but nobody wants to see Pat McAfee wrestle The Miz. I mean, nobody wants to see that. It was a waste of time, brain cells, eyesight, and it was some bullshit. Didn't need to happen. It shouldn't have happened.
I agree. This is awful. This is some bullshit. And like you just hammered home a point, Rob. Nobody popped for this.
No.
When he came out, I won't say the crowd was quiet, but they weren't into it when he was on the mic. The crowd wasn't into it. Nobody wanted this. It's here now. It's 8 minutes past midnight, and we haven't been long willing this podcast tonight. This match, the night's going long. This was unnecessary. This was stupid. This sucked. I didn't need this. Nobody asked for this. The crowd didn't need it. This was terrible. This was some BS. I was having so much fun watching Mania until this happened.
Yeah.
But here we go.
It is what it is. I don't want to spend no more time on it. Let's get on to the main event.
No.
For the undisputed tag team championships. Got Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens challenging the Usos, the Bloodline. Lil Uzi Vert came out for the Usos. Why? I don't know. First of all, you didn't even rap their theme song, which I thought he would have done. He didn't do that. And then his damn pants was down past his ass, which automatically makes me think that, okay, well, you must be homosexual because those are the only type of people that are into that. That's a prison thing. Okay, maybe you young bucks don't understand what that came from, where that started. It started in prison. It's not cool. It's not sexy. Wear a fucking belt and pull your pants up on your ass. I hate
Preach.
Ugh. Anyway, into the match at hand. This was a great match. This was a great match. I really had a good time. It was how it was kind of a slow burn. They start off slow. And they made sure to give Jay and Sammy those moments because at the end of the day, that's really who it comes down to, right? I mean, yeah, Jimmy was there and yeah, Kevin was there. But realistically, this has all been about Jay and Sammy from the time that Sammy was in the bloodline and Jay didn't trust him to Jay being won over by him at War Games, to the Royal Rumble when Sammy turned on Roman, and then Jay was conflicted to now. So that's really what this was all about. And what a fantastic finish. I don't really want to describe the match. I want people to go back and watch this match and really get involved and invested. But the way this match finished, I've seen people cry when their heroes lost. This is the first time I've seen people cry in the audience when the heroes won the match. And that tells you everything you need to know, that people were seriously invested in this match and seeing two best friends, two brothers that aren't blood, but they're brothers, go over after this year-long story. And what a way to execute and send people home happy. And that's how you tell a story. I said on prediction show, this better be the main event. Nothing else can top this. As far as nothing else has had more story and build up than this match. The only one that came close would have been Dominic and Ray, but that's not really main event worthy. But yeah, this was again for me. The oh shit. The between how the match went, the near falls, and especially the way it ended, it is definitely an instant classic. And it's definitely a match that I want to watch again and really pick up on more facials, more intricacies of the match, and just seeing. I believe they panned to Sami Zayn's wife was in the crowd, and there was somebody else in the crowd I saw that was tearing up. It was great. Usos. This is the beginning of the fall. I said it. The Roman Empire, the bloodline, is beginning to crumble right before our very eyes. But it's time. And that's why it is an instant classic. Blake, good brother.
Instant classic. Again, it's my third one of the night. This was damn. If you think about Sami Zayn, he's been the MVP at WWE all year. Last year, I saw a giant hand slap him during the Jackass match.
I went back and watched just that segment of us grading that match, and the first thing out of Rob's mouth was, "Man, I hate shit like this."
Last year, he was getting in a fight with Giant Knoxville, and the little wee man was hit.
Yeah, party
look
boy,
at him now.
thong.
From that to this, look at him now.
Yep.
It's just awesome. Instant classic. I mean, the storytelling is just beautiful. I mean, they were double teaming Sammy, and the crowd got real quiet, real stoic. Like, they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose, and they
look bad.
Yeah. And then Kevin Owens is out. They were double teaming the double super kicks. Then the 1D was coming.
The 1D.
Yeah. The crowd. At one point, the crowd was just dead silent, and it's not because they weren't into it, because they were like, they're
scared.
Yeah.
Please don't do this again.
Like, you're breaking my heart. But they didn't. They gave everybody what they wanted. I mean, the crowd went absolutely berserk. And I said to my wife who was falling asleep, I'm like, in this match, Sammy has to pin Jay for this to work. Not Sammy pin, Sammy has to pin Jay for this to work. And 3 haluva kicks.
Jay hit a haluva kick on him.
Yeah, he did.
Earlier in the match, he did.
Yeah, he did. Chef's kiss. This was my third instant classic of the night. Great stuff.
Man, let's make it 3. The trifecta, instant classic. This storyline has been just one of the best things I've seen in wrestling in a very, very long time. Everything done with this bloodline story, how they incorporated Sammy, who I agree with you, Inside Man, has just been the MVP. Everything he's done involving the Usos and Roman Reigns, this whole thing. And so it culminates in this match. And the crowd was as hot as it had been all night throughout this match. They were hanging on everything. They didn't just want Sammy to win. They needed Sammy to win this match. If he doesn't win this match, this crowd is so deflated. And then both of these guys, I said last night on the prediction show, they're all great workers. So I knew that part of it would be fine. But then the story they told, how, like you said, Inside Man, we needed to see Sammy pin Jay. We needed to see the interaction between those two and the emotion on their face when Sammy would get in his face and those 3 haluva kicks and then that eventual 3 count. People, I think most people are sports fans and most people enjoy movies and TV. but a lot of people diss on wrestling. But when you look at storylines like this and how if it's done right, it can wrap you up. And we saw some genuine emotion from some of the people in the audience. When you do things right, wrestling can be as compelling as any sport, any TV show, any movie. So for all of you out there who want to diss on wrestling, check out this match.
Oh.
It was really incredible, and man, what a great first night of Mania. Can't wait for tomorrow night, guys, when we're all in Chicago watching it together.
It's outside of just the fact that WrestleMania exists. It's the one night a year I look most forward to, getting together with my brothers. This is the brotherhood. You know, we don't share everything with you all that we talk about. You know, we this is a brotherhood for real. We talk about some real stuff in our chat. You know, and we really are here for each other. So just to be able to fellowship and escape reality for 4 hours or whatever it may be. And I just am proud and greatly appreciate it. And thank you all for supporting us through the years. We'll continue to cover wrestling and do our trying to laughs and all that good stuff, reaction videos. The gaming is going to continue as well. I'm debating about playing some Resident Evil, but I know I gotta get up in the morning, so I'm probably gonna take my ass to bed.
I know I'm taking my ass to bed because I got a 4.5, 5 hour drive in front of me. So,
well, I'm closer to where you went before, so it's more like 4.
Okay,
3.5, 4. We'll talk when we get off here. So, we hope you all enjoyed WrestleMania Night 1, Night 2. It's gonna be so much better because we all gonna be here. That 3, that G, and that W, and we're gonna be eating and drinking, partying, and
doing what we do,
and all that good stuff. I already got this. I'm sitting at the table now where we're gonna be sitting tomorrow. I got it set up already. So that's work for me tomorrow. But yeah, hit us up on social medias. I was tweeting along with some of the shows today. I did watch Stand and Deliver, as well as obviously WrestleMania. So hit us up on Twitter, podcast_3rd, Instagram at Third Generation Wrestling Podcast, Twitch and TikTok is Third Generation Wrestling Pod, and email us. Please email us at thirdgenwrestling@gmail.com. Love reading your comments. The positive feedback's been great. Especially from the most recently from Zach. Make sure you check out our prediction show. The beginning, I talk about a comment by Zach Trail. Really touched us. So if you're watching, please reach out to us. We mean it. And enjoy your night, everybody. And good brother, thanks for coming on.
Amazing.
We're gonna kick it tomorrow. We're gonna kick it hard.
Absolutely.
And Rob, safe travels. Can't wait to see you here. And you know, you'll probably get. I'm guessing you'll get here early enough. You can kind of kick back and relax a little bit before the show. So
yeah.
So till then, everybody, thanks again for watching. Take care. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Share. As always, it's only proper. It's WrestleMania weekend. We got to let the ambassador take it out.
Well, you know what, Big E, you said it mostly, but we always want to thank the listeners. Tell them we love them. We appreciate them. Tell your friends about us. While this is a brotherhood, we love doing it. You know, we're trying to build something here, you know, so help us to do that. Appreciate your continued support and the kind words. Whether you like what we're doing, don't like what we're doing, let us know, because we're always trying to get better.
Exactly. Last but not least, in the spirit of WrestleMania, again, rest in paradise, the MJ book. And we'll catch you all again tomorrow night. Peace.